keeping God at the center of your decision making, and you're pretty much better than in that.
No, because you're not gonna just scare you all this way. I'm like, yeah, that's how lame, like I said. And no, you gonna start to answer some of these questions. You
No,
can't.
I'm answering the questions too.
You said, but you gonna answer.
I have been answering the
Okay.
questions too.
So what was the question?
Keeping God at the center of decision making.
So I grew up in church.
Yes, you have.
Right?
Church girl.
Yes, definitely labeled the church girl. No, he did it, which now is a good thing. And I'm going to explain why is God the most important, right? A lot of us know a version of God.
Well, keeping God the center of your decision making.
So I'm going to get to that point.
Okay.
I just got to set it up.
Okay.
Let me set it up.
Right,
okay. Yes. So I thought I was making decisions that were of God, but I didn't know God for myself, the characteristics of God. And when good opportunities would come, I'm like, oh, this must be from God, right? Like, you over church, this must be good, right? Because you're looking at the fruit of what you're going to get, right? But what does it look like when an opportunity comes? I had to realize that my family in this season is what God gave me to steward over. Okay. And so if I'm taking every opportunity, but I'm not here with my child or with my marriage or intentional, then those opportunities are pulling me more away because I want this success over here, but I don't want the success of my family. So I said all that to say how important it is for God to be in every decision. It is the ultimate decision. And so when you say, oh, she get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, every opportunity, I'm like, God, if it's not from you, if it doesn't align with my family, if it doesn't fall in place with my family, then God, show me something that allows me to not say yes to this, because this feels good. But if it's going to hurt my marriage, if it's going to hurt the kids or any type of way, then I don't want it. Right. And so that's why it's important to, number one, understand the relationship you have with God. Number two, it's very important to know who God is for yourself so that you don't take everything, because the devil will send great things too that looks great, but they're counterfeits. And so, for instance, remember all of those speaking engagements that I kept getting, but it was a conflict for our family. It wasn't aligned. When God sends you something, he's a person of order and decency. But when you are churched and you like, oh, it's got to be from God, you're ignorant because you don't know him for yourself. You're not studying the word to know him for yourself. You're letting somebody preach to you, and then you feel good like a church junkie, and you're listening to all these cliches, but you're not in relationship. So I said all that to set that up, because I grew up in church, but I didn't know God for myself. I put him in pockets. And so when I wanted to be like, I'm on fire, when I wanted my salon, I was devoted to understanding him. I got it, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go to church every Sunday, but where was my relationship? So there was a lot of decisions and bad decision making that I made because I did not keep him at the center of my life.
Okay. I can understand that.
Now, you ain't getting off on this one. He's trying to run, right? He don't want to, he's like, I'm not getting. How important for you as the head of our household, this has nothing to do with your walk, but as the head of our household, when we did not keep God at the center, what were the results that we yielded?
Not too good of results.
Yeah,
not too good of results.
Yeah.
I think that, and not being completely honest with each other, and telling each other how we honestly feel about whatever situation is going on, and not keeping God in the center of the decision making didn't go too well. Just to remember, we were watching, I forgot what we were watching on YouTube. Was it Myron Golden? I think it was. I think it was. And you were on.
Shout out to Myron. We love your content.
Yeah, we love it. And he said something, but you were about to do the whole hairstyling thing.
I was about to pivot again.
With the hairstyling thing. And just to give you guys clarity, I don't too much like, once I plan something, I don't too much like coming off of that plan. So we were planning on doing this. We were planning on starting this about a month ago.
Yeah.
But kind of delayed. Angelica was talking about getting back into doing hair. She sent the email out and all these things. And after watching Myron Golden, I went and used the bathroom. And then while I was using the bathroom, I prayed. I'm not a prayer.
You are a prayer. It's just not long.
It's not long.
It's intentional. Your words are minimal.
Right. It's intentional. And it's not, I guess, run to God like it's a genie, like he's a genie. So I prayed. And then the next day, Angelica comes to me and say, you know what? It's not working out the way I thought it was going to work out. So I'm just going to go do these few little people's hair in California. And then we're just going to stick to the plan that you had set for. So, it's very important to keep God at the center of decision making. She's better at it than I am.
No, now I'm gonna pause him, because the direction when we first got together, I was very clear about who God was in my life, and it's gonna look different. I have a more intimate relationship. It looks more intimate. And I just want to encourage the wives or even the husbands that may be in more of an intimate relationship or feel like they are deeper with their relationship with God. My grandmother raised me to have a relationship with God is to treat him like your friend. He is in relationship with you. And